Hello, everyone. This is my top 15 UFC pound for pound rankings, the correct UFC pound for pound rankings. There's been a lot of controversy about this lately, so I just wanted to go over this and settle this once and for all. So, I'm just going to get right into it. You can see here at number 15, we've got fucking Movsar Evloev. All right. This guy deserves to be on this list. He's got a lot of great wins over top contenders. I mean, he's got a win over fucking Diego Lopez. That is was a controversial win and kind of early in their career. But I mean, Lopez just got the title shot, and it wasn't that long ago. Also, this guy's undefeated in the UFC, and he's got wins over Arnold Allen and Aljamain Sterling. Sterling was on the pound-for-pound list prior to getting KO'd by O'Malley. And I think he just deserves to be on this list. He's undefeated in the UFC. And I know he doesn't have much finishing ability, but I think it's overblown how boring he is. He's not that boring. He actually has some pretty solid fights, but it's fucking crazy that we got the number 15 ranked guy in the UFC, right? He's still fighting on the fucking prelims. So hopefully his next fight won't be... Actually, his next fight will be, basically. It might as well be on the fucking prelims. I think he's the feature fight of the UFC Abu Dhabi fight night. I think he's fighting Aaron Pico. So, I mean, just... This guy can't catch a break. I mean, he really should get a title shot, but it seems like Volkanovski's going to wait longer. And now that we know UFC Noche is not going to be a pay-per-view, there's a chance that we get Evloev versus Volk for the belt. And, Evloev is the most deserving contender in his division. He's in a fairly stacked division, a division I rate highly, so that's why I have him here. And yeah, so let's get to the next one. At number 14, I've got Arman Serukian, okay? Arman Serukian on a great win streak, beat Beneil Dariush, beat Charles Oliveira, and he had a very competitive fight with Islam Makhachev when he was much younger, and Islam was a lot more developed in his career, so that's why I have him here. He's getting absolutely fucked over right now. I mean, obviously he could not make weight. It turns out that's the real reason he pulled out of the fight in January. He could not make weight. People like to make... Well, it was a joke at the time. I mean, this guy's doing fucking retarded... some retarded shit in the gym with Nina Drama, of all people. And, it was just a funny joke. He broke his back trying to impress the Huz. So, yeah, this guy's getting fucked over. He is the second best guy in the division, but it looks like he's gonna get passed up by fucking Paddy Pimblett, which sucks. I mean, he didn't even get... Not only, okay, so he backs out of the UFC 311, 1 day notice, right? Backs out, doesn't make weight. All right, then he doesn't get the next title shot against, for the lightweight title against Tapora. And then it looks like he may not even get the fucking next one. And he weighed in as the backup fighter, so I don't know. This guy's just going to have to keep making weight to get a title shot, and I think I want to see him get a title shot, honestly. I believe out of anyone in the division, he has the best chance to beat Ilia Topuria. I think he does. And so, yeah, I really want to see. I mean, this is the UFC. This is where the best are supposed to fight the best, so we really should see this guy get a title shot soon. But, yeah. That has nothing to do with his ranking here. However, he's getting fucked over. He's very good striker. Obviously, great wrestler. Beat Oliveira. beat Dariush on a great win streak. Controversial loss to Gamrot. But other than that, very good fighter. Number 1 contender. Number 13. I have Khamzat Chamayv at number 13, okay? People have put him higher. People have put him a little bit higher and a little bit lower I've seen on other people's lists. I think 13 is the correct spot. The reason why I think Arman Serukian has, I will say, maybe overall slightly better wins. Just ever so slightly better wins. But in Chamayev's wins, he has smoked a lot of his opponents where like Serukian hasn't quite done that. Obviously he KO'd Benil Dariush, but I mean, Chamayv is absolutely running over a lot of his opponents. Subs Robert Whittaker, round 1. He has a really tough fight with Usman and Gilbert Burns, but I think he won both of those. And Usman was ranked pound for pound at the time, so kind of surprising he wasn't on here earlier. But, on the UFC website's pound for pound rankings, right? But I think he deserves to be on here. He's about to fight Dricus, and we'll see how that goes. That's a topic for another video. But yeah, I mean the way what he does to his opponents, like it's hard not to put him on here. He doesn't have a ton of like really elite wins. He's got Burns when he was good. Usman at middleweight kind of was like I believe that might have been a short notice fight. But still a good win regardless. I think beating Kamaru Usman, like, that's never going to be like considered a bad win. I feel like a lot of people discount wins based on those circumstances too much, like short notice, like unless the fight is on like one fucking day notice, right? If a guy has a few weeks to prepare or a couple weeks to prepare, maybe I can discount the win a little bit, but I feel like it really still should count. Like, it's still that fucking guy. It's not regardless, that's also a topic for another time. But Khamzat Chamayv, number 13. Number 12, I'm going to put Max Holloway here. All right. I feel like I can't put him any higher than this. Why? Because he has not been champ in a long time. He has not been champ since like 2019. He's only lost since then. He's lost to Volkanovski and Dustin Poirier, like in somewhat recent memory. And I just think. Oh yeah, and he's also lost to Ilia Tapora. No real shame in any of those losses, but I feel like when people rank him higher, they're kind of adding in the fact that he was champ a long time at this point, kind of a long time ago. Like this is like 7 years ago this guy was champ. Still very good fighter, don't get me wrong. Like being on this list makes you a very great fighter, but I have to put him at number 12. I cannot put him any higher. Got KO'd by Tapora. We'll see how this goes against Dustin Poirier. I think he could be in for a tough fight. If he loses to Dustin Poirier, that's not like a shameful loss. But, I mean, it'll be surprising. I mean, how many other fighters will have lost two different trilogies, like went 0-3 in two different trilogies? I think he may be the first guy to do that. But I think if he loses to Poirier, I may have to, take him off the list. I would take him off the list, actually. I would move him off the list. Unfortunately, I love Max Holloway, though. But that's just the way his career is going at this point. But I think he has a very good chance to beat Dustin Poirier. And also we'll see what he does in the lightweight division. I think he's, after that, I think he'll probably do pretty well. Next, I'm putting Belal Muhammad at number 11, okay? I'm putting him above Max Holloway. I know Belal Muhammad, not champ right now. He's got good wins, though. He beat Sean Brady. Sean Brady looks great. Leon Edwards. Leon's, overrated a little bit. Who'd he beat? Gilbert Burns. he's got a lot of good wins. He was on a huge win streak, had a long road to the belt, and was just a champ. Had a close fight with JDM. Had a close fight. You know, it wasn't like terribly close. Like but I feel like that was a 48-47 loss. Like he could have won that night. I think if he did a couple, like obviously, if he did a couple things differently, like he could have won that night. I don't think it was. It's like he did not get dominated or outclassed or outskilled at all. I don't think. I think we got to give him some credit here. I'll keep him at number 11 right now. I think it would be a great fight between him and Usman. I would love to see that. And I think Bilal Muhammad would win that fight, and he could keep his spot on the pound-for-pound rankings. He's a little bit older. I think he's 36. But still, you know what? I think he's always been overhated. I want to see him fight next. He had a banger fight with JDM. It was great. And you know what? And he's got a real beef with Usman. And I want to see him fight again. So next, at number 10, I've got kickboxer photo, Alex Pereira. All right, you have to put, I feel like you got to put Pereira here because he lost to Magomed Ankalaev. However, he's got great wins in the UFC. He's got a win over fucking Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, Yuri Prohaska twice, Jamal Hill. I mean, that one's aged like shit. But that's quite a bit of, former champions and champions. Jan Blachowicz, he's got a win over Jan Blachowicz. Those are all really good wins. I feel like you have to put him here in terms of the non-champions. This is where you got to put him. You got to put him at the highest. So at number 9, we've got Tom Aspinall. Here's why I have him here. As of right now, there are 30 fighters signed to the UFC that fight at heavyweight. 30. All right. There's like over 100 lightweights, I think. But there's just 30 heavyweights. All right. And with the current state of the heavyweight division, there's no fucking way that Tom Aspinall can, it sucks dick for Tom Aspinall. There's absolutely no way that this guy can really get those great quality wins, those career defining wins. How is he gonna get those? What's the only thing he could do to get a really notable win is fight Alex Pereira. I mean, and he's at a huge weight advantage. He would he would definitely win that fight, I think. And so it sucks for Tom Aspinall. I hate to, you have to put him here at number 9. He's had a title defense. I mean, it's against Curtis Blades. I mean, we're talking about wins over Curtis Blades and Sergey Pavlovich and, Marcin Tybura. And, Volkov's a good win. Those are all, good wins for heavyweight, It sucks to say, but this division is cooked. I don't, there's no prospects coming up. All these guys are fat. We can't, how come there's very few, 260-pound athletes, athletic men that are in this division? Why is that? And so let's say he gets a title defense. He's probably going to beat Serukian and Jailton Almeida, but he can't. There's no way other than fighting Pereira, which is honestly a mismatch. It'd be a bit of a discounted win because of how much of a size advantage and power advantage he has. I still think that's a good win, but there's no way he can beat anyone on the pound for pound list. Maybe Magomed Ankalaev. That's it. Those are the only 2 fights he could possibly get on the pound for pound list right now. So it's really hard for him to move up, I think. But I think he's going to stack a lot of wins over time. So I think he'll move up that way. I think he'll move up kind of the same way Pantosia has. He's just stacked a lot of wins. And that's why you have to move him up. Even though Pantosia as well doesn't really have a lot of like top 15 pound for pound guys available to him, the only one he could really fight is like Morav. But we'll get to that later in the video. So next, I've got JDM here. All right. I think the Belal Muhammad win is very good. I think that's a very good win. People are going to underrate that win in the future, and I really do think JDM is very good. Other than that, in his career, like he doesn't have like great wins. That Gilbert Burns win that he has is a bit of an older version of Gilbert Burns, and he had a tough fight. He got a last minute KO on Gilbert Burns in a fight that JDM was losing. However, I really think I don't want to discredit JDM. I think he's a very good fighter, and I think he could go on to defend the title a couple times. I don't know. I feel like he could beat Shavkat. But actually, now that I think about it, I think I've been thinking about this. I've been pondering this recently. I don't think he's gonna beat Islam. I think Islam is going to show up and be just as big as JDM, and JDM is powerful. He has pop in his shots, but it's not like extraordinary. It's not extraordinary power, and I really think that Islam is probably better than Belal Muhammad at everything. I think he could end up losing that fight. However, obviously JDM beat Belal Muhammad, deserves to be here at number 8. Number 7, got Magomed Ankalaev, all right? He beat Pereira. He went to a draw with Jan Blachowicz. Other than that, he beat Johnny Walker. And that's about it. Obviously, he's very good. Unfortunately, this guy only fights once a year. Again, with the light heavyweight division, like it's hard to rank it. It's hard to rank him higher because of the state of his division. There's like 40 light heavyweights on the roster. There's not a lot of great light heavyweights. I think he could beat Yuri Prochazka. I feel like that's a very toss-up fight. I feel like that would be a very good win for him as well. I think Yuri's like kind of just outside the pound-for-pound rankings based on the fact that he's beaten everyone he's faced except for Alex Pereira, who is ranked on this list. So I've got him here. We'll see what he does. It's looking like it's going to be a rematch against Pereira. I feel like that'll probably go the same way the last fight went. And I think he'll be at the same, he'll end up being at the same spot here after that. And I think this is a good spot for him. I think he may be able to stack a few wins. And that's the only way he's going to be able to move up. He's going to have to just stack a lot of wins at light heavyweight, which may not happen based on this guy's activity. So, number 6, we got fucking Volk. All right. I cannot fault this guy for losing to the number 1 and 2 pound-for-pound guys. All right. Those are his only losses. I can't really not. How much can you knock him? He came back. He won the belt. He is old. He's not as good as he was. But, you can't really fault a guy. His only losses are to guys that are on this list. He's not losing to anyone that fucking sucks. And, obviously, Volk, 3 wins over Max Holloway. Very close fight with Islam Makhachev. Obviously got KO'd by Makhachev again, and then KO'd by Tapora. And that's why he's at number 6. He could move back. He could move back up the rankings. He could move up a little bit if he beats Evloev. I think, that might maybe rightfully so. But, it would be crazy if this guy defended the belt like 2 more times. If he defended it another 2 times, I feel like that would be a crazy title run to get the belt back and defend it again. I feel like, especially at his age, he's just making do with what he's got. And I respect it. And that's why I've got him at number 6. At number 5, we've got Dricus Duplessis. All right, I think he could move higher if he beats Chamayv. He probably should be higher. This guy is like approaching. I feel like this guy is better than Adesanya already, all time. I know that's like kind of controversial to say. That's like a recency bias thing. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. All right, this guy's already better than Adesanya ever was. Okay, I'm sorry. He's got better quality wins. He beat Adesanya not far out of his prime. Whitaker, Strickland twice. And now he's about to fight Chamayv, and I think he's going to fucking win. I think he's going to win. And I know his style is goofy, but it just works. Whatever he does, it just fucking works. And I can't fault him for that. I think he's very skilled, good striker, good grappler, defended the belt multiple times, is able to get wins over guys on this pound for pound list so he can move up. So I'm very excited for him. I'm excited for Dricus. Dricus is like my second favorite fighter right now behind Volk. So next, we got Alexandre Pantosia. I have to put him above Dricus right now just because the quantity of wins that he has is crazy. He has lapped his division like twice. It seems like, everyone he's fighting in his current title reign, this is like the second time he's fought him, and then this is like the second time he's absolutely fucking smoked him. So I know like the competition level at flyweight, a lot of I think it is good. I think it's very underrated. And certainly not the worst division in the UFC. Definitely not. But he has just lapped his whole division twice. He's dominating everyone. I think the whole 35 curse thing is over. It ended, Volk ended it, but I think Pantosia is going to continue to disprove that. I think he's going to continue to go on and have at least a couple more title defenses. The interesting fight to see, obviously, with Pantosia is him against Morav. That is, I feel like that's a super exciting fight. That, in my opinion, for the hardcore fans, is a super fight. I would love to see that. But, currently both Morav and Pantosia, both are no, I'm going to stay in my division, just rack up defenses. But both of them are kind of approaching that age where all right, they've had a significant amount of wear and tear on them. So I would really love to see that fight. I don't know why we can't see that one. Anyway, so next we've got Morav. Obviously, kind of same scenario as Pantosia. He's beaten so many people in his division, and there's only a couple people he hasn't fought. He hasn't fought Sanhagen, but he really has kind of dominated everyone in his division. He just subbed Sean O'Malley, and I think it's just getting to the point where we gotta see something exciting, something new in these divisions. We don't just want to see Pantosia fucking smoke another one of his another flyweight, or Morav just gas out another 135er and submit them. We don't want to. I feel like I, at least, do not want to see that again. I feel like I want to see a super fight in those lower divisions. This could be a great event for, I feel like, later this year, or I guess after Morav fights Sanhagen and Pantosia fights Joshua Van. I feel like after that, all right, come on, we got to make this fight. I'm super excited for that. I would be super excited for that. Anyway, next, Ivilia Tapora at 2. I don't give a fuck. All right? And I'm going to explain why. All right, obviously I have Islam Makhachev at number 1. Okay, listen. I cannot put fucking Tapora at number 1 for KOing Charles Oliveira when Makhachev basically already did the same fucking thing. He knocked him down and subbed him, all right? How is subbing Oliveira not more credit than KOing Oliveira? He knocking him down and then subbing him? That's more. I feel like I give that more credit, okay? You beat Oliveira, you sub him, that's where he's at his best, and you sub him. He knocked him down anyway. This was prime Oliveira. He did that too. Okay. Oliveira on like that 12 fight, 13 fight winning streak, whatever. Champion Oliveira. The Oliveira everyone fucking glazes. He did that first. Okay. Then he beat Volk. Then he KO'd Volk. Then he beat Dustin Poirier. Okay. Ilya fucking beat Volk. Ilya KO'd Volk. He did it fucking after Makhachev. Like 3 months after fucking Makhachev head kick KO'd him. What the fuck kind of shit is that? How are we ranking this guy over Makhachev for doing it fucking after, for getting his sloppy fucking seconds? All right? Like, obviously, it makes your chin fucking weaker if you got KO'd. If you got flatline KO'd with a head kick like 3 months prior. Obviously, yes. Obviously, your chin is going to be much weaker. I'm not saying Tapora would not have KO'd Volk. I think he still would have. However, Makhachev beat prime, like 100% prime Volk. Did it first. All right? He did it first. That's why he has to be number one. I'm not even saying... Honestly, I'm like nearly leaning towards picking Tapora in a fight with Makhachev. I love Islam Makhachev. And I really don't even like Tapora. But I'm leaning towards picking Tapora. But I still think Makhachev deserves to be pound for pound number one. Okay? The way the rankings goes, the way the rankings have always gone, it's obvious that Islam deserves to be number one. It's just obvious. All right? We've never done no one has ever done the rankings that way. All right? The way they're all of a sudden done now, it's just all about fucking recency bias. But anyway, that is it. That's all I have to say for these rankings, okay? Islam Makhachev deserves to be number one. And I'm excited for his fight with JDM. I think he'll win. I think he'll be a double champ and prove that he's pound for pound number one. I would be so surprised if they didn't move him back to number one after that. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Let me know your opinion in the comments. Thank you.